What's going on, guys? SpikeZillion here, and the new ban list came out. It's here. I can't show you on the official website, unfortunately, because it's not up on the official website yet, but it is up here. I'm going to show you what it is. I am very interested in seeing what other people think about it. I did have a look at everything already, but I want to go into it in more detail and kind of talk about my thoughts on it. And yeah, unfortunately, I got ruined by the thing. In fact, maybe I can do it a different way. Can I do Master Gold Meta? Maybe it'll show up in a more... Here we go. Maybe this will show up in a better way. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. I do think that the first couple of hits are really interesting, but there's one in particular I am very fucking happy about, but we're going to get to the Unlimited first, which is one of the more questionable parts, I feel like, of the list. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but, yeah. Malicious to 3 is kind of weird, man. I don't know about this one. The biggest thing about Malicious being at 3 here... I'm gonna zoom in here as much as I can. Oh god. Ads everywhere. Oh boy. Oh god. How do I get out of these? Oh Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom out one more. Okay, not all the way. Zoom out by 1. There we go. Anyway. Oh, I spoiled another one. But anyway. Malicious to 3. I don't know how I feel about this one, man. To be honest, I don't think it's particularly a great idea, because I don't know. Heroes already got enough crap. They don't need 2 Mallies to be able to special summon other 2 Mallies, if that makes sense. Makes it a little bit easier to recur. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. Kind of mixed on it. Also, because it's a level 6, it's kind of annoying, because it might mean that they could... I don't know if they can go into Beatrice, but maybe they can. Maybe other decks can use it to go into Beatrice more often now. I don't know. Not really sure how I feel about that one. I don't know. I'm not crazy about that. Harp Horror to 3? I mean, no one's been playing it. I don't really like Harp Horror, but I don't think it's like the you know, I think it should have been unbanned a long time ago, to be honest. I don't love the card. I don't really love the deck. I don't like facing it. But I can't deny it probably should have been taken off the list a long time ago. Also, I would gladly trade this for Orcus Babel. If we can just get Babel off the list, that'd be great. I know, obviously, that's asking for a lot, because that kind of hurts the whole deck. But, you know what? Fuck him. Fuck him for making Dingirsu and ruining my life. So, anyway. Yeah, it makes sense going to 3. This is the one that I think everyone agrees makes the most sense to go to 3. And I don't see why not. Terratop to 3, again, I also don't see anyone complaining about this. Like, this is perfectly fine. It's a really good card, obviously, but there's no reason not to do that. I mean, why not? And Gage to 3, this one I definitely do not agree with. I still think Sky Striker is annoying as fuck, and because this card's at 3 now, I am probably going to play it in something. I talked about in the past, I talked about making a purely Sky Striker list, and people thought I was crazy, but I'm going to be honest with you, I think this just makes it even easier for me to potentially make it. So yeah, I don't know about that, Chief, but we'll see. We'll see how it ends up being once we get there. But yeah, that's a card. This is the one I disagree with the most. I think this is very silly, because it draws too much. It's very easy to recur this card. You don't need 3 of these. And this is like, for pure Sky Strikers, this is like their gateway to do absolutely everything else in the game. Because they're not going to search multi-roll a ton of the time. And multi-roll is not even really needed anymore, because this card is the just recurring so often with Kogari and everything. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this one. But anyway, Semi-Limits. Armor Knight to 2, I think he could have went to 3. I don't think it really makes a big difference. I don't think it's that significant. Yeah, I don't really understand this one. This is a weird one to go to 2. I don't really get it. It's a warrior. You're gonna Rota it anyway. You basically have 3 copies of this card. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think you could have put it to 3. It would have been all the same. Oh, there's an ad there. Okay, now this is a banger. Now this is a banger. I am so biased. I love Purely and I hate Sky Striker. What are the odds? But no, realistically, this is just gonna make it even easier to do my Purely Sky Striker build if I do it. So yeah, thanks for doing that. But I really think that this might be a bad idea. I can't lie. Even though I want it, it might be a terrible idea. But it's fine. Thank you, Konami, for doing this for me. I can now play the deck again and make my friend very angry at me. I can't say his name, I think. But yeah, that's very funny. Now, here we go. Here's the one where I don't know how I feel about it, man. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is a mistake. This is a mistake. So this card, you banish 3 monsters with different attributes from your graveyard or face-up field. Can't be destroyed by card effects. And then you declare a monster attribute on the field. Destroy all monsters on the field with that attribute. Until the end of the next turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that attribute. It doesn't negate their effects, but you can't special summon them. Which, yeah, this hurts a lot of decks quite a bit. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm also pretty sure that a ton of decks can abuse the ever-living fuck out of this. I wouldn't be surprised if Fire King Snake Eye could abuse this for themselves. Call Fire, and then your opponent is also playing Fire King Snake Eye, and then they can't summon Fire. Because think about it, right? You have all those Link monsters you're going to be making, and you could very well make a Link 1 that isn't Link Kuriboh anymore. We'll get to that in a minute. You can make like some other Link 1, or you can make multiple Link 2s that are different attributes, and then you make Promethean Princess, which is a fire, and now you have 3 attributes. Or you could even go the other route where you could go IP into something like SP. No, they're both dark, aren't they? Let's confirm that. Are they both dark? Let me double check. SP. Oh yeah, they're both dark, so okay, never mind, not that. There's something they could definitely do. There is absolutely something they should be able to do. But pretty much, I think the Fire King Snake guys are gonna abuse this. This is a really bad idea. I don't know how I feel about this one, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably abuse it, but we'll see. Yeah. Now this is a banger. I think we could put all the rulers. Well, we're probably not going to put all the rulers to 3, but now all 4 of them are out in the wild, I think. Yeah. So, I think this is great. I think the next step is put Tempest to 3. I think the fact that he's not at 3 already is a huge F. This is really good, though. I'm really happy about this. This is a really good decision for the game. I think having all of them at 1 is perfectly good. I will probably use it. I'll build a deck for it, and I'll probably post a video on it at some point. But I'm very much looking forward to this card being used in the game. I already bought my copies because I had anticipated this coming. Yeah, this is going to be great. I'm very much looking forward to having Tidal in the game. This is great. This is amazing. I can't remember if there's more. There is. Ah, yes, this one. Yeah, so this one, I don't know how I feel about it either. It might be an okay time to do it. Like, if it was going to be a time, this would be the time, I guess. I don't know how I feel about this, because I think I could have used this, and I'm playing rogue decks. I can't imagine what a top deck would be doing with this. So they didn't ban Arch Nemesis not Arch what is it? No, it is an Arch Nemesis card, isn't it? It's what is its name? Or no, it's Nemesis Corridor. Right. This card, the fact that this card is still legal in the game is terrifying, because that is what is going to cause this problem. So I don't know how I feel about that, because this card is really easy to use. And it is at 3 copies right now, so yeah, take that for what you will. I think this card's gonna be pretty abused, and it's pretty scary. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know, I'm very interested in seeing more of this card. Now, this is a banger, though. What a fucking banger. I am so down for Kieran at 1 copy. I could play Magispectors, and I think Magispector Harpies is something I could potentially do. I've been wanting to make a Pendulum Harpy deck for a long time, since it's like one of the only unexplored extra deck types that I have not really touched yet, and this was the best possible option, was Magispectors because they're all wind. This is fucking fantastic. I am so happy that this finally happened. I think a lot of people are going to be really happy about this one. Some people might be pretty pissed off. I think this is a dub in general. This card should have been off the list for a while. I don't think anyone's going to use this card. Like, maybe me. That's it. This is great. This is fantastic. So I will get to that build right away, and I'll make a new video. We'll get lots of views. I'll be a happy boy. You'll subscribe. You know, everything's going to be great. So we'll see about that. I think there's one more. Yeah, this one. Chicken Game. Yeah. What do I think of Chicken Game? I don't love it. It's not great. Here's the thing about Chicken Game that I don't particularly love. I don't love the fact that you could very easily, now that it is in the game again, you could very easily activate Chicken Game and then have like 3 Pseudospace in your deck or something and just keep doing Chicken Games. Or does Pseudospace banish Chicken Game? Wait a minute. I might be capping. Ah, yes. You would just have to put it back in your graveyard somehow, which would be very difficult. So yeah, okay, fine. You have 2 copies effectively of Chicken Game. You have Pseudospace and you have Chicken Game. The other thing about this is that AFD's in the game right now, so this would make AFD very viable, because you could put this card in as an upstart, and then you use AFD to gain 1,000. So you basically drew a card, and then searched a field spell that you want. It's basically terraforming, but you drew one. So terraforming is in Gage now. At least to my understanding, that is what makes this card extremely scary. So I don't know how I feel about this one either. Might be a mistake. We'll see. I think a lot of these limits are fucking wild, though. Like, holy shit. We just unbanned everything. There is not a single card that went from 3 to 1, and I think that includes... Oh, never mind, I'm a liar! Look at this one! Anti-spell going from 3 to 1. Who could have guessed, you know? Who could have guessed that Anti-spell Fragrance was going from 3 copies to 1 copy? This card was abused to shit by everyone. Fuck all of you for doing it, because I need my spells. This card, I think, was so much worse than Gozin and Rivalry and all that shit. I think this was so much worse. So, to all of you that were using this shit, I'm talking to you Labyrinth players, fuck you. I'm so happy it's gone. Oh, I'm gonna be as toxic as possible about this, because I fucking hate this card. So, yeah. Anyway, get this shit out of my game. I'm so glad it's going to 1. I don't know when this is actually effectively happening, but yeah, this is a huge dub. Huge dub. Alright, now we're getting to the banned cards. This is where it gets super hype. I'm very happy about these changes. This is the part that I have seen already, and it's amazing. Yeah, baby. That's crazy. You know what's funny about this? Is I've already been playing the Snake Eye deck without this to begin with, and it's kind of grown on me. Like the card itself, I've kind of understood. Ah, yes, okay, this card is actually really, really strong in the Snake Eye deck. It's a little bit scary, but it's really good in the pure Snake Eye deck, because it kind of makes it so your battle phase is kind of worthless. You can't really like destroy monsters in the battle phase and then do your stuff in main phase 2. You kind of have to do everything in main phase 1, because Linkuriboh is a permanent threat. So I don't love that. That makes this card really strong. It is a scary card. I'm not crazy about this, so anyway, that's that. This is my favorite hit in the entire ban list. Oh, I fucking called it! I called it! I knew this card was getting fucking banned. Everyone said I was a liar. Everyone, absolutely every piece of human being that has ever breathed on this planet said you are an idiot for thinking that this card could possibly be banned, because it was reprinted. I knew as soon as it was getting reprinted in the fucking Rarity Collection. I had literally said to my friend, the same guy that was mad at me about the Kieran thing, I think, or whatever. I said it earlier, right? I said, listen, this card is getting banned. There's no chance it's not getting banned. It's so easy to make. Every deck on this planet was making it. It's so brain dead. This card needs to fucking die. And it finally died. Finally! Oh, this is the best thing to have happened to the game in so long. Like, oh my god. The only thing that could make me feel better is if they banned Branded Fusion. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, they didn't do it. But, holy fuck. This is such a fantastic hit. Oh, this is the best hit ever. Oh my god. This is arguably as good of a hit as the tears getting wiped off the face of the earth. This was phenomenal. I'm so happy about this hit. Okay, next is another good one. Not quite as crazy to me, but I think this was actually really... It made a lot of sense, because this was the alternative to Barone, and both of these were being used in Fire King Snake Eye. So, be that as it may, this makes a ton of sense to hit both. And overall, even if people weren't playing Barone now, they would go to Barone Savage Dragon, or sorry, Borreload Savage Dragon as the alternative to Barone. So, something like the Manatium deck would probably play Borreload Savage instead. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is a overall dub. I do think that Bestial Dispatter is a better hit than this card, but I think that Borreload Savage is a very reasonable hit here, because it is what people would go to if not Barone de Fleur. They are different levels, so there's different routes to get there, mind you. So, I don't know. The big thing to take away here is that Bestial Dispatter is going to be the new Barone, pretty much. And, I guess people will play Chen Yang more. It's probably the two biggest things. Other than that, yeah, this is incredible double hit right here. These are both dubs. Basically, this whole thing is in response to Fire King Snake Eye without actually hitting the deck, which is very funny. And that's probably because they think it's too early, even though Agov is sold out everywhere to begin with, so I don't know. Maybe that's a sign, because Agov is sold out. Maybe they're gonna send all these TCG stores new boxes of Agov, like unlimited or something, and people are gonna go fucking crazy for them. I don't know. Who knows? Because the boxes are going for crazy money right now. In Canadian rupees, it's like $150 per box. So, I don't know how I feel about that, man. It's more expensive than Phantom Nightmare, and that's kind of wrong, so... Yeah, I guess SP's part of that, too. So... then this happened. This one, I'm a little bit unsure of. I don't really understand what deck was doing this, but I'm kind of okay with it. Listen, one of my favorite decks in the format is Phantasm Spiral. This deck abused the fuck out of Summon Limit, but even then, I think I'm okay with this being hit. Like, this is a floodgate that I think makes a lot of sense to hit and take out of the game. I think Konami is listening, and they're saying, listen, we don't want any floodgates in the game, and, like, that's great. But I think before this, I think it would be reasonable to see EEV on the ban list, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not there. So... kind of disappointing, but it's not all that bad. They hit something, right? They hit one of the floodgates, but this is not the right one. I think the right one would have been EEV first, but Summon Limit is perfectly reasonable to hit. There's nothing wrong with this. I just think that they are looking the wrong way. They need to turn around and look at the EEV that is in the game, because that's a normal trap that's abusable by a lot of things, particularly transaction rollback. So, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. That's what it is. And that is everything. So, overall, this was a pretty interesting list. There's a lot of changes to be had here. I think the most sus is the limited and the, and this unlimited. I don't know how I feel about this. But the limited is very sussy. This is crazy. This is blowing my fucking mind. And then the banned list is a pretty huge dub overall. Like, Summon Limit, yeah, that makes sense. Ban that shit. Borreload Savage, makes a lot of sense. Ban that shit, sure. Barone, the best thing since sliced bread. Holy fuck, greatest thing ever. Link Karibo makes a ton of sense. Huge amount of sense. This shit probably should have been gone a long time ago. It's really strong. But yeah, the limit side, I don't know how, this is gonna be fucking weird, man. We'll see. We'll see about this, but, yeah, anyway, that is the full ban list. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think was the craziest change, like your least favorite change and your favorite change on this ban list. But yeah, I'll get to another build soon because this is now here and this is here and we got all sorts of stuff. We got this thing here, but we'll get some new builds going pretty soon. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you guys next time.